Okay, so the first thing we want to do is get to work on the falafel mixture. Now, I've made falafel from scratch before. It's really fun to do. You basically use dried chickpeas that you have to soak overnight. You put all the spices and the herbs in there and you blitz it up in a food processor. Really tasty, but I'm not gonna lie, on a Monday, I didn't remember Sunday night to soak those chickpeas. So I use a handy dandy store-bought shortcut, and that is a falafel mix. So I've got a bowl here with falafel mix. You often find this in the kind of health food section area of the grocery store. Comes in a little box, and you just want to prepare that according to the package directions, i.e. it's basically just dried up chickpeas already, some chickpea flour, there's spices, there's herbs in there, and all you're gonna do is rehydrate that with some water. This package, you need about 3/4 of a cup of water, so I'm adding that in. But for a little bit of richness, because I'm not gonna fry these falafel, I'm gonna go in with about a tablespoon or 2 of oil. That's gonna give a bit of fattiness, which is gonna kind of help with golden brown and all that stuff. So I'm gonna give that a mix. I like how pumped everyone was for oil there. That was nice, yeah. Give that a nice mix together, and immediately it starts to hydrate. Basically, this looks like when you make falafels from scratch, but it took all of, I'm gonna say, 20 seconds to do, which is kind of a dream. Now, whenever you're making falafels from the box, you always want to set them aside to hydrate for just about 10 minutes, just to allow that chickpea flour to really kind of get some of that moisture in there. And then I've got some over here that I've let hydrate. So I've got my waffle iron hanging out here, preheated to like the good high temperature. You don't want to do it on low. You want a little bit of golden brown in here. So I've got that doing its thing. And what you want to do is get some nonstick cooking spray and give this one heck of a grease. So give it a real good spray on both sides, top and bottom. And I'm gonna add that falafel mixture into here. This makes enough for 4 waffles in this bigger iron. If you have a smaller iron, feel free to go for like more falafel. But I'm just gonna pop that in. So unlike a waffle, it doesn't spread out as soon as you pop it in. We're just gonna stick it right in the middle. And then you're gonna use the waffle iron to actually smush those down into waffle format. Does this make sense so far? Listen, I'm really amped about this recipe. It's a good thing. All right, so I'm gonna let those cook. Those should take about, I'd say, 5 to 6 minutes, depending on your waffle iron. Mine takes closer to the 6-minute mark, but just listen to the waffle iron. Oftentimes they have a light that goes on or off when they're done. So that's doing its thing. While that does its thing, we're gonna work on a sauce, because I love sauce so much. Sauce is pretty much probably my favorite reason I love a falafel, because I love sauce. It's so good. So I've got a 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt in here, just plain Greek yogurt. I like using Greek because it's a little bit thicker. If you only had plain, like, regular yogurt, you could use that too. It'll just be a little bit thinner. Into there, I'm gonna go in with 2 garlic cloves. Now, one of my favorite things to do anytime I'm looking to make a quick creamy sauce is just add a little bit of garlic into yogurt. The little bit of acidity in the yogurt kind of pulls back on that spicy fresh garlic flavor, giving you a real nice deliciousness. This is still gonna be though like raw garlic, so I would not share this with people you don't know, because everyone's about to have garlic breath. Not the worst thing in the world, but I'm a fan of it. Now I'm also gonna go in with the zest of a lemon. I love lemon zest. It gives you that kind of bright lemony flavor without that acidity. Super, super tasty. Also, if you're buying the lemon, and depending on the time of year, a lemon can be like $1. I'm not throwing out the zest, I bought it. Just put it in, it's gonna be good. All right, add that right on in. Then I'm gonna go in with the juice of just half that lemon. I like that amount because it's gonna lightly, again, pickle that garlic down, slightly kind of pull back on that spice, and give you a nice bright sauce. If pips get in like mine did, I just call those prizes. And if you find one, you win. I don't know what you win other than a little bitter crunch, but don't worry about it, it's fine. All right, I'm gonna season that up with some salt, a little bit of pepper as well. If you wanted to here, you could also add in some hot sauce, anything you like, just for a little bit of flavor. Give that a good mix to combine. And as this sits, the lemon and the yogurt kind of do a weird thing. They get to know each other. It kind of tightens up the yogurt a little bit. Looking beautiful. Okay, that's looking great. Now, I really want to make also like a salad to go with this, because one of the things I love about getting falafel on like a pita is all that crunchy veg you get with it. So I've got a big bowl here. Into there, I'm going to go in with 2 cups of halved cherry tomatoes. And basically this is kind of like the mixture that you get in like a tabbouleh, but without the kind of couscous or the cracked wheat. It's gonna be really bright and tasty. I'm also gonna add in a cucumber. Now I'm going in with a whole cucumber because this time of year, I'm always trying really hard to eat vegetables because all I wanna do is eat potatoes. So it's a good thing. So I'm gonna dice these up. You can dice them as small or as large as you want. I'm probably just gonna cut them into nice kind of chunks. If you want it a little bit finer, feel free. And then I've also got some red onion. Now, if you don't love the spice of a red onion, you could do a couple things. You could add a little bit of lemon juice to kind of, again, pull back on that flavor. You could also add the red onion into a little bit of cold water. This weird thing happens. You put onion in water, and again, it pulls back on that really punchy onion flavor without really adding additional flavors. Gonna be super tasty. Getting this good to go. Cutting a whole cucumber in front of everybody, always a good thing. This was my choice. I was like, I'm gonna cut the whole cucumber. All right, going in with that, right into the bowl. And then again, a little bit of that onion. I love red onion. If you don't love red onion as well, you could also swap this out with a shallot. Shallots give you really nice red oniony flavor, but without too much of that kind of pepperiness. So give that a little bit of a dice. Again, as chunky or as fine as you'd like. Perfect. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit, just in case we have some less oniony people today. Add that on in. Now I'm gonna add in the rest of that lemon juice as well. That's gonna, again, bring a little bit of acidity, kind of pickle this down a bit, give you tons of flavor. And then I love a fresh herb. So I'm gonna go in, the recipe I say a 1/4 cup of herbs, but I'm gonna go in probably with a 1/2 cup of herbs, because that's how I like to do things. And I'm just gonna tear it in. I've got about a 1/2 cup of dill. And hold on, because I'm also doing some mint. So let's throw some mint in there too. Dill and mint are absolutely beautiful together in here. If you only had one, feel free. A little bit of parsley in here as well would be beautiful. Do you hear the waffle iron going? That was a thrill. Woo, that was a delight. Okay, let's take a peek. Oh, we're getting a little golden brown. Look at those. Looking beautiful. Okay, those waffles are looking amazing. I'm very excited. I just added a little bit of salt and pepper onto here. And then additionally, in addition to those fresh herbs, I'm also gonna go on with about a teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon of dry oregano. That brings a little bit more lemoniness, super tasty. Go right on there. Now I'm gonna give that a bit of a toss just to combine. And like right there, doesn't that look like a beautiful salad? You sit down to that, I'm feeling happy. Okay, let's put this baby together. So I've got my waffles here. If you wanted to make these in advance, pop them into a 200-degree oven just to stay warm. But these are looking beautiful. I'm doing the thing where I'm using what I call my mom hands. And I'm pulling this out of a hot waffle iron. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Can we get her? There we go. Pop it out. Okay, feeling it. Awesome. Now, to serve this up, I'm gonna go down with a little bit of this yogurt sauce straight onto the plate. Anytime I'm saucing something with like a thicker sauce like this, I like to salt the plate as opposed to the actual dish, because if I were to put that on top, it would kind of just be a splat right on top. So pop that down, put that waffle right on top, that beautiful salad spooned right on there. Doesn't this look nice? And then last but not least, I can't really say no to a little bit of feta cheese. So just scatter that over top. Listen, I'm very excited about this recipe. Waffles in no time flat, and by waffles, I mean falafel waffles. Man, things are getting confusing today. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.